Hi friends, I hope you're enjoying spring now that we are officially in spring in Atlanta. No more cold weather, I hope. And I hope that the pollen doesn't bother you too much, even though, yes, it's annoying, it's everywhere. What I wanted to talk to you about this month is first couple of things, property taxes, very important. Deadline for the property taxes to file homestead exemption so that you get a discount on your property taxes if you lived in your home as of January 1st of this year. The deadline is April 1st, so make sure that if you have not filed and you bought a home last year, make sure that you do. Reach out if you're not sure how to do it. I've sent reminders to everyone, but just in case. And then the second item I wanted to talk about as far as property taxes is, even though it's still early, I mean, we're still in March, and annual property notices of assessment are coming out starting in sometimes late April and all throughout May, depending on the county where you live. I wanted to know early enough because I think this year will be more important than any other year, and I'm going to talk about this again in the next newsletter because I want everybody to really watch for those notices of assessment because of the way values have kind of slowed down, like the growth and appreciation of values has slowed down. So what you're going to look at when you get your notice of assessment, where the county is going to say how much value they assign to your home this year, it's very important for you to look what they assess your home this year, 2026, and what they assess your home in 2025. Honestly, there shouldn't be an increase, right? Like if you see something like that, if there's an increase in the value that the county is assessing you, you'll also be paying higher taxes most probably later in the fall. So it's very important to watch for that letter, to read it through. I can always help if you need help, but basically we're watching to see what value the county is going to assign to our property, and if the value doesn't sound right, if they want to assign a higher value than next year, then you have the chance to appeal for 45 days from that letter. But anyway, I'll talk about this again in next newsletter in April, but I want you to be kind of giving you a heads up, be prepared for it. We don't want your property taxes to go up if your value hasn't gone up. And then as far as the spring market, the real estate market update, I have an update for February. You're going to read, the analysis is very good, the numbers are there. Obviously in February, we're not feeling like it's a spring market in Atlanta. Honestly, we do have more inventory than last year for this time of the year, especially in February, because we have the data for February for Metro Atlanta, like the greater Atlanta area, which includes actually 11 counties. So we have that price, we're talking about median sales price. It increased slightly, about 2%. And depending on what source you find out, you may see that a little less, right? But anyway, 2%, at least it's not a decline, which means that prices are kind of holding steady, but appreciation is very slow. So we're not in a very accelerated market, meaning that buyers do have opportunities, that properties are selling below what they're listed for, and that sellers have to be careful when they're pricing. And I would say even as we go further in the spring, we watch the market and we kind of see where we need to be. It's better to price more competitively rather to be on the other side where the property sits, and now people think that they can actually offer way lower. And again, we also have multiple offers. It's not unusual to see 1, 2, 3 offers on a property if actually it's a very good, if it's a good property, especially in a hotter location, and they actually price it right. So that also happens. So it could go either way, just depending on the location and everything else. And then what can we expect? Obviously, with spring coming, there's always more movement on the market, like regardless of everything else, just because with the end of the school year and the beginning of the next one in August, obviously that's a window where people move the most, plus the nice weather, right? So it's a lot of factors, and it's just very important to obviously watch what's happening. And but I don't think, what I think is going to help, first of all, we do have lower interest rates, even though now they did, with everything that's happening in the world, they did go up a little bit, but not that significantly, right? So we're still maybe around 6.3%. It's still not as high as it used to be. So I think that will encourage buyers to go out. And it really depends on how secure people feel in the economy, with things that are going on, going and happening, things that are happening globally. So, but again, we're expecting a better market than 2025. And I also think that people will just be more careful, more conscious about pricing, maybe putting more efforts and putting homes on the market that are in a better condition, right? Like with things that are fixed, improving staging, pricing right. So we have yet to see, but yes, we're expecting a little bit more of a spring season as spring progresses. And again, I will give you these updates every month. If I can help in any way, not only if you're buying or selling, if I can help your friends with questions about anything, contractors, and even if they're planning to sell 1 or 2 years, again, I'm always available. And I'm easy to reach on my cell. Best of all, text me or call me.